Start off with a piano arpeggio. Processing includes OTT, reverb, stereo enhancer, and EQ. Fills. Transition. An acoustic guitar with a reverse to bring it in smoothly. Processing includes reverb and soundgoodizer for compression and saturation. Piano. To make your chord progressions feel more alive and realistic, use the strummer tool, as this adds emotional impact and less robotic, as real musicians can't hit all notes perfectly at the same time. Post-processing includes OTT, soundgoodizer, reverb, and EQ. Strings. For the processing, EQ, OTT, reverb, and another EQ to shape the sound. Sub-bass. Processing includes Softtube, which is a saturator, EQ, and fruity balance for sidechain. Intro vocals. Post-processing includes distortion, reverb, and EQ. Atmosphere. Post-processing includes OTT, reverb, EQ, and blood overdrive. For a cool psychoacoustic trick, you can automate the master stereo separator and add an EQ to make the intro feel small and enclosed, before the full mix expands, which tricks the listener's ears into feeling a massive sense of space when the verse kicks in. Vocals.
I'm standing here while you're walking out the door, yeah.
To make the vocals powerful and more polished, you can use an EQ to cut off some of the initial frequencies, a compressor to make the vocals feel upfront and more present in the mix, and a parallel EQ as it makes it sound rich, fuller, and restores the lost energy from the compressor. Also, reverb, a peak controller which automates the wet signal for the delay so it doesn't sound muddy. Fresh air for some clarity in the highs, and EQ. For the pre-drops, I use another EQ and distortion to build even more tension, with the other elements cut off before the drop and to make the drop hit harder. For the layers in the vocals, I've used another one for atmosphere, which adds depth and space, making it feel wider in the mix. For the processing, I used a camel crusher delay, a ton of reverb, and EQ. Another layer for ad-libs to fill out the space and silence between the main vocal, plus it adds movement, which makes it feel less static. For the processing, camel crusher, reverb, and EQ. A guitar fill for ear candy. Processing is reverb and soundgoodizer, rim shots with reverses for each 2 bars. Apply an EQ and reverb. Fills. Transition. Power chords. Post-processing includes soundgoodizer, EQ, fresh air, and fruity balance for sidechain. Muted guitar. Processing is just EQ and fruity balance for sidechain. Drums. Applied an OTT and EQ. Introduce the drop guitar with a cutoff automation for anticipation. Build up drums with effects and fills. Drop drums. An OTT has been applied to glue them together. For the kick, I applied a soft clipper to make it punch more. For the snare, I added an EQ to cut off the unwanted low end, reverb for depth and presence, plus a soft clipper. Atmosphere. Post-processing includes OTT, soundgoodizer, reverb, saturation, and EQ. Used white noise and crowd effect to fill out the frequency spectrum and to enhance dynamics. I've applied an EQ for both to shape the sound. For the layered bass fills, it creates depth and makes it fuller. To layer these types of sounds, it's crucial to find complementary sounds that fit together without clashing or muddying the mix. Sub-bass. Applied an EQ, distortion, another EQ, and wave shaper to give it more power. Mid-bass. Applied 2 EQs, OTT, and soundgoodizer. Used analog supersaw samples to give the whole saw stack more depth. Post-processing includes EQ, OTT, soundgoodizer, reverb, and another EQ. Saws. I used EQ, OTT, soundgoodizer, reverb, and another 2 EQs. Muted guitar. Power chords. Vocal atmosphere. Applied a fat rack, reverb, and EQ. Drop vocals. Processing is a fat rack and reverb. For the sidechain bus, I have a fruity balance for the sidechain and a limiter, as all the drop elements go into this bus, and so it doesn't go over 0 decibels. For the whole drop elements bus, I have chroma, a fat rack, and EQ. For the second drop, it has a switch up with a melodic lead melody being added. For the processing, saturation, OTT, fresh air, 2 EQs, reverb, another EQ, and transient processor. Also, a cutoff filter for the leads to add movement.